Have you ever thought about an extra $500 or $1,000 a month and thought maybe affiliate marketing was the way? Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just crossed over $1,000 a month, and I'm going to be testing ads out and showing you exactly how to do that. So if you're interested in affiliate marketing and learning how to take that and scale it up so that it is a income for you, potentially a lifestyle, whether it's on the side or not, I'm going to walk you through my journey and how I'm doing that so that hopefully you can learn. If this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam. For those of you who are returning, hey, it's good enough I can see you. So affiliate marketing is essentially clicking, you know what it is if you're watching this video. I have been testing out ads on YouTube and on, this is YouTube, this is the Google ads, and this is Facebook ads. And I started this journey back in the end of 2018, where I decided that I was going to figure out the online thing. I didn't know how it was going to play out, what I had to do, where to go, right? Everybody's got their own idea on how they make money online, but I just knew that I was not going to continue doing what I was doing. I had to figure something out. I was not happy with what I was doing, and I needed to figure something else out. So that was when this journey started, and every day just making a little bit of progress to move forward. And that progress is actually snowballing because there might only be, say, 10 minutes of progress at the beginning per day, but now it's like I'm working on it multiple days, all day long, because I enjoy the process and it's fun for me. So I tested out over the past about 2 months now, now this is the only thing I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on any other businesses. I shut those down. This is the only thing I'm focusing on. I started testing ads on Facebook, and I was able to get the cost down to, here's one, it was about 3 cents per click. So that's cool, but when I tracked it, I got a couple sales, but nothing, I broke even. And it wasn't like I was capturing any of that data, although I did learn through the process. So that was where the actual value comes from. But it wasn't like I put in $1 and get $1.50 back or $3 back or $4 back or something. It was basically you're putting in $1 and you're getting $1 back. Sometimes you're not getting $1 back, and other times you're getting a little bit over $1. But that's essentially how it was playing out, and essentially breaking even. So I decided to shut those off and test something else out where the copy, the video is actually going to be a little bit different, and I edited it a little bit differently to see if I can increase the conversion, because maybe I just wasn't telling a good message, and I created a lot of curiosity in the other video, but I didn't get people to click because they actually wanted to move forward. They just clicked because they're like, this is strange stuff. So I've tailored the message, the copywriting essentially for this to tell a better story, and I was going to test it on YouTube because on YouTube I'm getting views. I'm paying for views. You can see this right here. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this here has 186 views, and I paid $1.35, right? So if we take, come on, 1.35 divided by 186, this is costing me about 73% of 1 penny, right? It's a tiny fraction of what I'm paying per view. Now, with views, it's more of a branding thing, because if you take this and you extrapolate it out, it's basically I'm paying to get in front of around 130 people for $1. So if I could pay to get in front of 130 people for $1 to increase my exposure in the market that I'm in, seems like a good trade for me. Like I'm not going to dump a ton of money into it without having something else coming in on the side, right? At the beginning of the video I mentioned I made $1,000 over the past month. It's not necessarily enough to live off of the wood lifestyle I want to live on. So that still needs to go up, and I will put more into this if I'm only paying a fraction of a penny to get a view for branding purposes. But I decided to test this strategy out. If I'm paying for 186 views for $1.35, and say it takes 1 out of 186 people to convert, right? And the average profit that I make per sale is around $9. So if I'm making $9 a sale, and it's costing me $1.35, I'm making $7.65 per item. So I started to test it out over here on the YouTube ads, but I actually got myself and my account suspended. You can't see it because it's up here at the top, but my account is suspended because apparently I can't do that. There's other stuff on this site that I'm linking to that is prohibited by YouTube ads. So my account is suspended. I put in a appeal. We'll see what happens, or if I have to create another account, or how all that works, or I'll just have to cross that bridge when I get there. I don't know. But that's what I was getting before. So then I decided to go back into Facebook and try it on Facebook, and it's under review right now to see if it will go through on Facebook. Facebook seems to be way more lenient about their advertising than Google. Google's very strict, it seems like, relative to Facebook in terms of their advertising policy, where Facebook seems way more liberal in how they view their advertising policy versus Google's like super conservative on how they view their advertising policy and what you're allowed to do. So I didn't know that, otherwise I obviously would not have run this. But it did learn through the process, so we'll see how this goes out through playing forward. If you want to see the part number 2, where this goes live in a couple days, well, probably in the next 12 hours, and then I do a follow-up video on this one to see if we're making any money, make sure you press that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you can do exactly what I'm doing for whatever you are trying to promote. If you have any questions, I can tell you exactly how I go through and write out my story to try to capture somebody's attention, and the little nuances of how I actually take a look at that to structure it in a way where the people who are interested click through, and the people who may click through but are not going to be the ones who are purchasing don't click through. And just try to think about those subtle details, because then it's going to come through in the words, the way you portray it in a message. So that's what I was trying to capture in the video that I did, almost like a sales letter, but it's a video letter. So I'm also reading a lot more marketing books to understand more of this. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below in the comment section. Jump over to Instagram and say what's good if you have questions. Also, a link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe.